And so it was that an evil witch interrupted our party by stealing all our friends. Isn't that how it always goes? So this is a game about getting our friends back by finding magical gems that release them. We do this by platforming through various worlds, collecting horseshoes, keys, and asking the local animals for help. The local animals will generally give us hints as to where we can find the gems, our missing friends, and sometimes just collectibles in general. We can get hurt by a few things like bats, but those just make us lose horseshoes. Horseshoes are what we need to progress from one level to a next. The game isn't what I'd call difficult. We have an interactive button and a jump button. And as was foretold in the prophecies by that bird earlier, the first gem we can get by riding on this boat, right here. And now we can use this gem to rescue one of our friends, whenever we find where our friend is being trapped. And we get off the boat with the interact button, same way we got on. I really rather liked the animation of the horse in this game. I feel like they put a lot more effort into it than most people would expect them to. But the sprites are also so big that I think it may cause issues with the frame rate. Now we're going to come upon our first trapped friend right here. And we want to free them, but first we have to fight the witch, and the witch is afraid of neighing, so we just have to neigh at the witch and the witch goes away. Like that. And now we can free our friend with a magical gem. After our friend is freed, we will use our magic wand that came from somewhere, take our magic friend, and put them in the magic inventory. Like magic. Boop. And there they go. Cool, simple as that. Now we have more friends to rescue. That box had a jester in it. That happens sometimes, not all the boxes have nice things in them. So, I think that bird is one of the few that won't tell us anything. One of the few animals that doesn't say anything to us. So it's worth noting that the gems... Gotta watch out for that snake. It's worth noting that the gems and the fellow ponies... Oh, we knocked down that apple. It's never too bad a time for a snack. The gems and fellow ponies are placed in different places each time you start up the game, sort of like you're playing Pajama Sam. It's not entirely random. There are preset locations they're allowed to be. But still, the game does try to encourage replayability. This one was just stuck inside a door. That seems noticeably less bad than being stuck inside a tent with a bat. But maybe there are bats in there too. So our overall goal, if you haven't grasped it yet, is to get all of our friends back, and then, you know, have that party that was so rudely interrupted. Make sure you put all of your friends in the inventory. It's just safety. And if anyone's wondering why I'm playing this game, I don't have to justify myself, alright? I'm playing the game because I want to. I think it's fun. But if anyone's curious about some trivia behind this game was part of the Sega Club label. A label meant to make games specifically recognizable for kids from a distance, so parents could see and buy them if they were looking for a kid-friendly game to pick up. I've also seen it said that this game was an attempt to make young girls more attracted to playing on the Sega Genesis. And I could see that being a reason behind this game's production, but there haven't been any, like, citations on that. We're going to use one of our many keys to get this gem. We will have so many keys that we won't know what to do with them. That tree looks like it's sleeping over there to the right. Best not wake that tree up. There's a lot of classical music in this game. If we ring these wind chimes, a squirrel will hop down and knock stuff out of the tree for us to use. This game is full of cute interactions with the environment and animals like that. Like, you know, you hit the wind chimes, the squirrel drops down, knocks something over, you can pick it up. We're never gonna need this many keys, but I wanted to show it off anyway. Oh no, this one's stuck in a gingerbread house or something like that. You know, I feel like the witch might want to invest in some stronger tactics than just flying straight at us and running away when we neigh. Alright, so that's all of our friends in the first world being the forest, and now we're going to the barnyard, which is the second world. I like that everyone communicates through symbols, or, you know, shooting magic hearts at each other in this world. Seems like such a simple and carefree way to communicate. If you're wondering, on higher difficulties, the doors just require more horseshoes. It really doesn't seem like the game was meant to be played on higher difficulties, though. Alright, let's open this box. A key came out, a key we definitely don't need. So, these music notes that the butterflies drop, if we touch them, they turn into horseshoes, and we can add them to our overall horseshoe count. The horseshoes, again, being how we open up doors and go from one level to another. But we're gonna have way more horseshoes than we need also. So, here's our gateway to the various levels. The middle door is the barnyard door, and that's the one we're heading into next. It's kind of a short game, probably take around 30 minutes your first time through. See what the bird says. The bird's telling us the gym is in a chest behind a door. Simple as that. So we're gonna look for a door like that. And here's one, but there's a cart in front of it. So we're gonna pull the cart out of the way. And now that we've pulled the cart out of the way, we're gonna go to the door, open it, and get the chest out. See, it's real simple. You talk to the animals, they tell you what to do. It's really a game about exploring, talking, and interacting. It's a very carefree game. There's some things that can hurt you, but mostly it's just about the fun of poking at stuff, like eating this hay. I can't really say a whole lot bad about this game. I think the environments are pleasant. As I've already discussed, I think the animation for the horses is also very pleasant. The platforming is simplistic. Nothing can really go wrong with it. I don't know, it's just kind of cute and creative. There may not be a lot here, but the game's also very short, and I find that preferable to it being very long. We summon the bird to the bird bath, and the bird tells us that we can turn on a water spout up ahead, which we were gonna do anyway, but still. Hey look, sunflowers! And some more collectibles. See, that's just kind of what the game's about, is interacting with stuff and watching fun things happen. That flower told us to pull it. You know what? You'll see when we get there. Let's get rid of that scarecrow. That scarecrow thought he could scare us, but we're way scarier than any scarecrow. Apparently. I personally do not think we're all that scary, but we're scary enough to scare the evil witch away. And I guess the evil witch just can't take it. Just can't take us neighing at her. I did read the instruction manual, by the way. Oh, we got a carrot. We're going to use that for something important later. And we're going to touch this thing, which the animal told us to touch, and we'll get some keys and horseshoes out of it. Here we go. We're going to give the carrot to this rabbit, which is not healthy for the rabbit, but still. We get more items out of it. You don't really have to interact with all these things, but it's fun too. It's just a fun thing to do. What you got for us, flower? Our friend is trapped in the fountain. Understood. Oh no, the witch is back. The witch always takes 2 hits. Never very threatening. These fish popping out of the fountain, they can spit water at us and damage us, which is not ideal. But we take very little damage from everything. And by damage, I mean we just lose some horseshoes. I kind of wonder what the consensus on this game was when it came out. It came out in 1994, but I also didn't bother to look it up. Because I feel like it's simple enough that people are going to decide whether or not they like it almost immediately. And in this case, I think whether they like it is probably going to determine whether they think it's good or bad. I like it, but I'm not really sure if it's good or bad. I can't think of anything bad to say about it. But I also... Oh no, Flight of the Bumblebees. But I also can't think of anything particularly outstanding about it, aside from the novelty, and that I think it's really cute. If you agree with me and you think it's also novel and really cute, you'll probably enjoy playing it. I mean, I had a good time. Sometimes the pony is trapped in that carousel. Sometimes it's trapped in this carriage. Like I said, it randomly determines which place your friends and the gems are each time you start the game. So that way, you know, there is some replayability to this 20-minute game. If you're wondering why our version of Crystal varies from the canonical version of Crystal seen in the opening cutscene, that's because I went into the options menu and went through the character customizer, which you didn't see, but I already knew which colors I was going to pick, because I, you know, practiced this game ahead of time, and I chose the colors I think look best together, but you can customize your horse however you want. I'm not going to tell you which colors to give your horse. Alright, so we only have one world left, that being the cave. And we only have 2 more friends left to rescue, and then we can finally have our party that was so rudely interrupted. Accidentally left the caves by jumping a bit too high. Alright, let's try... Accidentally left the caves by walking out the door. Alright, so we go to the left. Oh, the spider is telling us that a gem is inside of a chest and to watch out for the witch. Well, we know about that last thing. There we go, I finally got that horseshoe. It's nice that even the spiders are willing to help us out in this situation. It's very nice of them. Ah, a bunch of extra items up there that we don't really need and never would need, but we're still gonna get anyway. Sometimes the horse will automatically... Oh, a flute. Plays a very jaunty tune for us. Sometimes the horse will automatically jump over obstacles. Sometimes you have to do it manually. Ah, there's the witch. Not too concerned, though, as I know the witch can be scared by neighing. Alright, second to last gem, and now we can free another friend. One that appears to be a cave painting right now. That's unfortunate. If you do miss a pony friend or a gem, you can simply go back and get it. Oh, another cave painting. Good to know. Thanks for shooting hearts at my ass. Anyway, if you do miss a pony friend or a gem, you can simply go back to whatever level you missed it on and go get it. The levels are short, so going back through them shouldn't be too big a deal. Just like the game is short. 17 minutes. About the same length as Lego Batman on the Sega Genesis. Let's talk to this bird, and he says there's a goblin up ahead that will throw rocks at us. And indeed there is. So let's try our best not to get hit by that. I guess we're outside the cave now. Oh, another apple. Can't reach the apple. I'm gonna get my apple, though. Like, I earned that apple. I knocked it out of the sky fair and square. So these doors, we have to go into the symbol, and then come out the door with the same symbol. Very simple. So we're gonna go in the door with the flower symbol. Come out the door with the flower symbol. Just like that. Not too complex. But I like that they hide at least one secret item behind one of the doors. That's a very, very fast waterfall. Then I have to use one of our 16 keys to get the last gem. And then we will officially have freed our last friend, right here, who appears to be another cave painting. Alright, and then after we leave this level, I'm gonna let you experience the final boss and ending without my commentary. It's a very short game, but I think it's cute, and I wanted to share it because I think it's cute. I think it's a cute game. And it's fun. It's fun to play. I would have liked to have this. You know, I'm just gonna not jump on that platform. I would have liked to have this at some point for the Sega Genesis. That would have been a nice game to have. Oh, a puppet show. It probably would have given me a better impression of the console than all the super difficult games I had instead. Thanks for the puppet show. Alright, enjoy the final boss and ending.
Good job.